What is climate change?
How does climate change affect the society?
What can we do about climate change?
Advocate for change. So what causes climate change?
So, how's the climate change in Europe?
What is climate change? So, climate change refers to long-term changes in the average weather patterns that have been observed over an extended period of time, typically decades to millions of years. In the context of contemporary discussion, climate change often refers to the anthropogenic, human-caused, or human activities such as burning fossil fuels and deforestation, leading to an increase in greenhouse gas emission. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere, resulting in a rise in global temperature known as global warming. Key aspects of contemporary climate change include global warming, extreme weather events, sea level rise, ocean acidification, and lastly, biodiversity loss. Addressing climate change involves global cooperation to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, transition to renewable energy sources, and implement sustainable practices in various sectors. International agreements, such as the Paris Agreement, aim to unite countries in their efforts to limit global temperature increases and mitigate the impacts of climate change. Public awareness, individual actions, and policy measures are essential components of the collective response to this global challenge.
How's the climate change in Europe? Based on our research, most of the Western Europe has an oceanic climate in the Köppen climate classification, featuring cool to warm summer and cool winters with frequent overcast skies. Southern Europe has a distinctively Mediterranean climate which features warm, hot, dry summer and cool mild winters and frequent sunny skies. Based on our research, European land temperatures have increased even faster over the same period by 2.4 to 2.10 degrees Celsius between 1980 and 2021. Weather and climate-related extreme caused economic losses estimated over 560 billion euro in EU member states, of which 56.6 billion from 2021 disease are moving north. On the other hand, all coastal regions in Europe have experienced an increase in absolute sea level, and most regions have experienced an increase in sea level relative to land. The increase in sea level and coastal flood levels in threatening coastal ecosystem, water resources, settlements, infrastructures. The increase in sea level and coastal floods in threatening coastal ecosystem, water resources, settlements, infrastructures, and human lives.
So what causes climate change? Climate change is primarily caused by human activities which releases greenhouse gases into the Earth's atmosphere. These greenhouse gases trap heat and lead to the warming of the planet. The primary contributors of climate change include burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, industrial processes, waste management, land use changes, use of fluorinated gases, agricultural practices. It is important to note that the natural factors such as volcanic activity and variations in solar radiation can also influence the climate. While natural factors play a role, the current and rapid climate change are mostly due to the human activities, according to the scientific consensus.
What can we do about climate change? As an individual, there are several actions you can take to contribute to the fight against climate change. While individual efforts alone cannot solve the problem, collectively, they make a significant impact. Here are some practical steps you can take. First is reduce energy consumption. Use energy-efficient appliances and light bulbs. Turn off lights, electronics, and appliances when not in use. Unplug chargers and devices that are not in use to avoid phantom energy consumption. Second is support renewable energy. Choose a green energy provider if available in your area. Install solar panels or participate in community solar programs if feasible. Third is conserve water. Fix leaks in your home. Use water-saving appliances and fixtures. Be mindful of water usage in daily activities, such as washing dishes or taking shower. Fourth is reduce, reuse, recycle. Minimize waste by recycling and composting. Choose products with minimal packaging. Consider second-hand items or participate in clothing and good exchanges. Fifth is sustainable transportation. Use public transportation, carpool, bike, or walk instead of driving alone. Choose fuel-efficient or electric vehicle. Offset your travel-related emissions when flying. Lastly is plant trees and support reforestation. Participate in tree planting initiatives in your community. Support organizations involved in reforestation efforts.
Advocate for change. Stay informed about climate policies and advocate for strong climate action. Engage with elected officials, expressing your support for environmentally friendly policies. Consume responsibly. Choose sustainable and ethically produced products. Be mindful of the environmental impact of your food choices. Consider reducing meat consumption. Educate yourself and others. Stay informed about climate change and its impacts. Share information with friends, family, and colleges to raise awareness. Support sustainable practices. Support business and companies that prioritize sustainability. Encourage sustainable practices in your workplace or community. Reduce carbon footprint. Calculate your carbon footprint and take steps to reduce it. Consider offsetting your remaining emissions through reputable carbon offset programs. Invest responsibly. Consider sustainable and socially responsible investment options. Divest from industries contributing significantly to climate change. Engage in community initiatives. Join or support local environmental groups and initiatives. Participate in community cleanup events and environmental projects. Remember, every small action counts, and collectively, these efforts can contribute to a more sustainable and resilient future. Additionally, by leading by example and encouraging others to adopt environmentally friendly practices, you contribute to a broader culture of sustainability.
How does climate change affect the society? Climate change has wide-ranging and often profound impacts on society, affecting various aspects of human life, well-being, and the functioning of communities. The impact of climate change are diverse and can be observed across different sectors. Here are some ways in which climate change affects society. So first is extreme weather. More intense hurricane, floods, and wildfires can harm communities and damage infrastructures. So next is health issues. Heat waves and changing weathers can lead to health problems, and diseases may spread more widely. Food shortage. Climate change can harm crops, leading to food shortage and higher prices. So water problems. Altered rainfall pattern and melting ice can create water scarcity, affecting agriculture and daily lives. Sea level rising. Rising seas can cause coastal erosion, displacing people and damaging homes. Next is economic challenges. Extreme weather events can damage infrastructures and disrupt economies, causing financial strain. So next is migration. Climate change may force people to move, leading to challenges in resettlement and potential conflicts. Infrastructures issue. Roads and buildings can be damaged, affecting the function of communities. Ecosystem changes. Climate impacts can disrupt ecosystem, affecting biodiversity and services that people depend on. Next is social inequalities. Vulnerable communities often suffer more, worsening existing social inequalities. Addressing and mitigating the impacts of climate change requires comprehensive effort at local, national, and global levels, involving adaptation strategies, sustainable development practices, and international cooperation.
Just passing by too fast to recognize, caught inside my mind. Don't cut me loose this time. In between the space paths made